I have to say that I'm kind of embarrassed that I did not think anything of Penang before I went there. So I didn't know that it was in Malaysia. I didn't know it was a World Heritage. So this artist date is really special. It was really surprising, illuminating, and so made me fall in love with Malaysia, which, if you know Malaysian social media right now, you're not supposed to say that. But anyways, I was doing a 3-week pet sit in Kuala Lumpur, and I thought, you know what? I want to take the night train all the way from Malaysia to Thailand to Bangkok. And so somebody said, oh my God, you have to go to Georgetown. And then I found out about the street art, and I was like, I love street art. That is one of the reasons why Lisbon drew me to live there, was the street art. And I just walked around and looked at the street art, looked up the artists, and kind of learned a little bit more about them. To tell you that I was overwhelmed with the juxtaposition. I know that this is a very weird word for me to use, but I just was so enamored with Malaysia as a whole, just from seeing Kuala Lumpur, that it was so important to me to see this. I was loving Chinatown. I was loving everything that I was experiencing. It was Malay, it was Indian, it was Muslim, it was Chinese. It was just everything was so inspiring. And then I just casually walked down the street and saw this collage as an advertisement. And I was like, oh my God, that is a studio. And it was a store inside of where the touristy area was. And they said, no, he has actually a studio. And I was like, no way. So I looked up on the website, and sure enough, and the studio was free, and I could just go in and just look at anything that I wanted. And it had so much inspiration. I know I keep using that word, but I was like, oh my God. And I was the only one there. Again, I go into these places, and the man who was, there, he allowed me to wander around. He told me about the artist, and it was so inspirational. I was immediately okay, my next stop has to be some used bookstores, which I wish that I took videos, but there were bookstores and magazine stores that were just unbelievable. So here are just a couple of the collages. He had a couple of sets that were birds, and then a couple of sets that were plants, and he had them in a series, which I thought was just wonderful. What's really interesting is that this artist does not have a huge internet presence. But yet he has this whole studio that is, dedicated just to his artwork and collage. And I just thought it was a really inspirational, again, I'm going to use that word, a really inspirational outing. And I just thought to myself, okay, this is it couldn't get any better. It made my Penang trip so much more full. And I wish I would have bought a piece. I wish I would have been able to think about that ahead of time, but I will definitely go back. If you like this artist date vlog, please subscribe to my channel, as I will be doing more.